Hey guys, welcome to Black United. Welcome to another video. And Barcelona 2, Inter Milan 1. And this was matchday 2 of the Champions League of 2019-2020. I don't know what I've just seen. It's not gonna be very popular what I'm about to do with the match preview, with the match review. I know it's not gonna be, everyone's gonna be super happy with the result, especially how it happened with the fantastic goals from Suarez. I know it. Trust me, I know that it is not popular to criticize the team today, to criticize some players today, especially for what they've done to affect the scoreline. But I don't know. I see beyond the results. I see beyond the goals. And what I saw from Barcelona today is just that it was a very bleak team. Like, didn't offer me anything. They were, except some players, we were not pressing. They're not moving. We were getting dominated. We could be losing 3-0 by halftime. Not generating chances, not defending well. Ter Stegen needs to be here, the savior. But anyways, let me get started with the lineups before we go ahead with how the game went. Barcelona opted to start with Marc-André Ter Stegen in net, Sergi Roberto at right back, Gerard Piqué led as the center-back partnership, with Semedo at the left back position. A midfield of Busquets, Frenkie de Jong and Artur Melo in midfield, with Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez and Antoine Griezmann up top. Inter up to go with Handanovic in net, a back three of Skriniar, De Vrij and Diego Godin, a midfield three of Brozovic, Asamoah, Nicolo Varela and Stefano Sensi, with Asamoah and in the left wing position, and Candreva as the right wing back, with two forward lines in Lautaro Martinez and Alexis Sanchez. Now, the game was very bad for at least the first half. I think that we were getting dominated. Not something that you associate with Barcelona, but in today's day, you associate Barcelona with getting dominated pretty much all the time. Messi is not at 100%, and I mean fitness wise, like he hasn't, matchday fitness. He's not ready. He will start by getting ready. He looked fine for most of the day today. I think that it was maybe too much of a risk playing him the whole game. We needed him obviously, but there is other games down the line, and we need the best Messi eventually, because the best Messi is going to prevent that games like this finish with another scoreline. This game was a disaster tactically. Like, it just shows that we are so reactive on what the opposition does, because Barcelona, unless we get scored on, we basically don't react. We either score from very early on, or we get scored on and then we are reacting to what is going on. Sergio Busquets doesn't look up to speed so far this season. Griezmann cannot start another game, at least not for now, not after what he's done today and what he's been doing for the remainder of the season. I'm gonna go with the next player. I'm gonna go talk about him a little bit in depth later on in the video. Plus, I know that as soon as I say his name, I'm gonna start getting my shots fired at me. But I talk about the game, not about instances where the game changed. to our favor. I have to say, Semedo and Sergio Roberto in the away positions were alright. I would like to see Sergio Roberto play in the left back position to see how he does, because I don't think it's fair to play Semedo in the left back. Gerard Piqué, he was, for me, if I had to like blame someone, I'm not like, as a goal, the Lautaro goal was a very it was a very, there was errors from a lot of players, but if I had to put the main blame on someone, is Piqué. And I'm not taking shots at Piqué because of the latest video about the opinion piece from Xavier Bosch. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not. I said it before that Piqué for me was probably the second best center back in season with Van Dijk, probably together with Matthijs de Ligt, the best three, in my opinion, last season. But he makes mistakes, and when he has bad games, Piqué, I need to select him out, just as I will signal anyone out. Piqué, this game wasn't his best. Not that he needs to get dropped or anything. It's just that as a center back, he's really good, but there are other things that he needs to improve: concentration, level of intensity. But other than some other chances, Piqué was fine. Longley was fine during the game. I thought that he was sound. He's pretty much always a 7 out of 10, which makes his season not a 7 out of 10. It makes it like an 8, 9 out of 10, because it's just very, very distinguished out of someone like Longley, always giving really good performances. Frenkie de Jong and Artur, they were very vivid during the first half. Probably the best, probably the only thing you could salvage from Barcelona's first half. They were playing with a lot of intensity, with a lot of, just reaction. They were very active. They were very alive during the game. And when Arturo Vidal came in, this is the reason that I asked for N'Golo Kante. This is the reason that I asked for someone like Kante to come to Barcelona. Because it is a necessity. It is an imperious necessity that we sign someone like N'Golo Kante. Because if you see the amount of energy that Arturo Vidal injected to our midfield, well, that is exactly what we need. But we don't need but Arturo Vidal is a player that for now, he physically is fine. But in the future, maybe he's not going to be. And I think that bringing in someone like Kante that's a bit younger, that's going to be able to give us like maybe still 4 or 5 years at the top highest level, is an imperious need that we need. It's something that if Sergio Busquets is not going to be at his best level, we need a player like this. Because the team just generally was injected with energy. It's like you gave them like, I don't know, like a double shot of espresso to everyone, and they started like working overdrive. It was unbelievable, the change. Griezmann had to be substituted for Ousmane Dembélé. Griezmann, again, not participating near enough to what he needs to be. He's having pretty much the Coutinho factor. But I have to say that Griezmann's attitude is in the field is not being good enough. Like, he's not moving. He is. I know that his position is struggling, but the same thing that I said with Coutinho last season. Even though that's not your position and that's not the specific role that you need to have, you need to be moving around. You need to be helping in defense. You need to be showing up for the fullback, showing up for the midfielder. But nothing from Griezmann. And if you want to send a good message to the team that here you play by merit and not by name, then you need to drop Griezmann. And you need to put in the likes of Carles Perez, Ansu Fati, Ousmane Dembélé. They all need a chance ahead of him. And when I mean a chance, I mean benching for 3 to 5 games, because it is an imperious necessity that we have right now. And now I need to talk about the player that, for me, is still not ready to start. Is still not ready to be at the highest level possible for Barcelona. And I'm not saying that he's not going to be ready in the future, but right now, Luis Suarez is not able, should not be starting another game for Barcelona in the near future, because he's not physically fit. He is not able to press as much as he needs to press. And yes, I know that today, especially with the amazing, fantastic goals that he scored today, it's not popular to be saying this. I know it is. And I know that he doesn't like to be criticized. Trust me, I know this. I know Suarez has been a fantastic servant for Barcelona. He's been one of the best players of all time. Like, Suarez for me can easily get compared with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, with some of the best strikers in history, basically, for what he's been able to do. But doesn't change the fact that if you are not ready now, I'm not saying that you're not going to be ready in the near future even, but for the time being, you are not able to do what you need to do for Barcelona, which is press, move around with a lot of intensity. That is what is the trademark of Suarez, and if Suarez is not able to do that, especially with Messi in the field, that we know we don't ask Messi to press, we need someone that's going to work his pressing and Messi's. So we need someone that is going to be living in the pitch. Someone like Carles Perez, who, yes, is not Suarez, he's not Messi, he's not going to give you, he's not the best player in the world, but he's going to give you intensity, he's going to give you legs, he's going to give you what you need to be able to press properly, to be able to play with a good movement of the ball. This is what we need. But I have to say that doesn't take away that I was the first one to jump around and celebrate the goals from Suarez, because they were absolutely fantastic. The first one, a cross from Arturo Vidal, who Suarez catches up perfectly and puts it in the back of the net, passing Danovic. It was a delight to see. Suarez and his bad record with the Champions League has kind of ended. Now he scored 2 Champions League goals today, where in the past 2 years he scored 2 as well. He still has to score away from home, where he hasn't done in a couple years, but that's fine. Suarez is just more than goals. Obviously he has more than enough capacity to do this. I'm not surprised that he did this. I was excited that he did this, but I was not surprised, because Suarez is a player that's more than capable to do things like this. Then the best player of all time, even at 30%, 20%, 10% of his capacity, Lionel Messi, even not having had preseason or had a lot of training sessions, be just back from an injury, picks out the ball, destroys 2 players, and puts the ball for Suarez, that also had a lot of merit from getting away from Diego Godin and finishing with his left. When you're able to generate that much space for your team, which means you take players out of the game, that makes you the best player in the world. When you can do it constantly, every single game, multiple times during the game, that makes you the best player in history. But with that said and done, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. What do you think about the game? Do you think it was deserved? Do you think that things need to change, or that everything was fine? Well, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, goodness.